All right. Hello, and welcome to our second devlog about roguelike, which is the roguelike RTS game that we're working on. Today I'm gonna be showing you our new research system, which I talked about last week, and you can see our the wheels of science and research spinning here. So the way the research system works is that similar to how you can find cards or upgrades and relics or hacks between the levels on our reward map, you will be able to find research branches, research projects. We don't have the phrasing nailed down yet. What they are is basically they are what will allow you to... Oh, 1 second. I'm going to put invincibility on here. Basically, they are these different things that you can then research when you are within a level. And also, the other part of that system is basically the research points, which is a new currency, which you can see up here. And you can also find those in between the levels, but you can also find them within a level. So I'm going to show you that in a second. All right, so when we choose our little engineering HQ here, we can assign a research project and then start researching here. And every time you research it, it will, the next iteration of it will take longer, and it will be double the price of the first research. So you will need a lot of research points to go very deep into... Oh, that's one of the new enemies that I wanted to show. Yeah, so right now we're turning away. We researched our damage here, so we can now see when we open the card here that we have this slight damage increase here on the engineer. And that is basically how it works across the board with all the different things. They will influence all the different kinds of units, etc. that they proclaim to do. Let's wait until this finishes here. You can also see another thing that we implemented this week is we have a new notification system, which I think looks a lot nicer than what we had before. I will take care of this guy up there in a second. Yeah, so the research works similar to how you build a unit, so it takes a little while until it is finished, and when it is finished, then you can start the next one. That also means what is also similar is you can see here now we have 2 iterations of this damage research done. If I right-click it, then I can take it away again, and that means that when you are playing, you can actually within a level kind of reassign the different points, the different research points that you have, which is what kind of sets it apart from the other systems that we have in terms of progression right now, and which will allow you to kind of adapt your the things that you want to do on the fly. If you feel like you need more health and you have the health research, and you can just go for that instead of the more damage or other more specific things. In our case here, since the other thing that I wanted to show you guys is our little claw bot here, which is a new melee unit that we implemented this week. I gave myself a bunch of melee relevant hacks and also some nice melee relevant research projects here. What the clawbot is he will probably join the demo as well fairly soon. And he will be an even cheaper and more spammable melee unit compared to the poker. We implemented some changes for the way that melee works as well, because we had some little, I don't know, it wasn't perfect. I don't know if you sometimes are in a situation where the melee units would sometimes not quite, if they were close to a target already, they wouldn't really, oh, yeah, that can happen, lightning strike. Sometimes they wouldn't engage the target even though it was very close, and there was kind of an old bug that we finally managed to fix, and that will make the melee work better. Right. I haven't calibrated this unit finally to the I haven't calibrated the attack ranges for this one to the final state. Alright, let's engage the enemy here. Alright, there's what the other component of what I wanted to show you is. You will now be able to find these research points here on the map. For now, we only have this this pickup, which works similar to the chest that you already know, or the other crystal pickups or whatever, what you can find on the map. But similar to how the way that those work at the moment, sorry, I'm a bit under the weather. The way that those work in the at the moment will probably change, or those will also be in the game, but I think there will also be things where you might kind of find like little extra bases somewhere on the map where they protect kind of a research base, which if you manage to kind of take that over, then that will give you like a bunch of like 3 research points, so more than you would normally find. Yeah, that's basically the way that this system works. I think it's a really nice addition to the other components, kind of the progression that we have, and it's also something that allows you to kind of find stuff within a level and not just between the levels, and kind of put an emphasis on the different things that you want to do with your build, right? So in our case here, of course, like I mentioned, we have a lot of melee things, so we are going here for the melee damage, which is a specific damage upgrade for melee units. Right now, I mostly implemented the kind of standard things that you would expect, like faster mana charge, movement speed, attack, faster attack cooldowns, more health, etc. And there's also some more quirky, interesting things already, and we will see how kind of the balance of those will be in the end. I think that probably this research system is pretty nicely suited for these kind of standard kind of stat upgrades, whereas the upgrades and hacks that you find will be more kind of the systemic things where you can kind of give your units new systems that they hook into, like the I don't know, like a unit that doesn't do anything with bounty yet will get a crit chance against bounty, that kind of stuff. All right. Yeah, guess that's mostly it. Like I said, this is a new unit that we have here. Oh, another thing that you might notice if you look at the map here is that you are actually now able to see the crystals. If you scouted them, you can see the crystal root, which is this bigger central one here. They have an icon on the map now, so that when you run around and you find a crystal field, you'll be able to see that on the map as well here, on the mini-map. Similar, although that is not quite tuned right yet, for the research points and for the chest as well, so that when your guys perfect. I can show you right here, because that is also changed now. If you found a chest somewhere on the map, it doesn't turn invisible once it's not in your cone of sight anymore, which I think is a bit nicer, because that way it is a good thing to scout the map, but you're still able to see what you found later on, even if your units are not there anymore. And the same goes for the research points here. So that, I think, is a nice little quality of life improvement to make scouting a bit more satisfying. Yeah, I think that's it for now. I think next week we're still gonna churn away on the research system. I'm gonna try to find some nice implementations there, and I'm also gonna try to find the good balance between the cost and the durations, and how big kind of the steps are. You know, if you get health, like usually so far the upgrades and the hacks and everything that we give you in the game, my philosophy was always like I want it to be something that you can really feel. Like I wanted to make a difference. I'm not sure if maybe for those research points they will be a bit more fine-grained, but then they need to work quicker, or maybe in the end they will be bigger chunks and they will take a bit longer and cost a bit more. I don't know yet. We'll have to see it. That is kind of something that I will play around with and then get a first kind of feeling for it. And then once we have it out in the demo, I'm really happy, really looking forward to hearing your guys' feedback on that as well. And then we will kind of figure out what the sweet spot there is. All right. Thanks for watching. Like I said last week, I want to try to make these kind of a regular thing. I was kind of in a mood to do another one today. So right now, maybe it'll be a weekly thing. I don't know yet. I don't want to commit to that definitely, but I want to give it a shot and see if it works out, because I think it's kind of a nice way to also for us to wrap up the week and kind of go over the things that we implemented again and share them with you. All right. See you next week. Have a great weekend, everybody. And yeah, join our Discord if you were interested. I think once we have implemented a couple of the still outstanding features that we're working on, we are going to go more into we're probably going to do playtests for the full game. So if you're interested in that, definitely join our Discord, because that is where this will probably take place and where you will be able to kind of get access to a playtest version where you can play a full run and might be able to also see the other playable factionates in the game and that kind of stuff. All right. See you then. Have a great weekend. Bye.